All right, it's time to take a look at our City Heights development projects. When we last left these projects, we had gotten planning approval and building permits. Where we're going to pick up here is mid-November, and we're going to start with actually where we laid out the chalk lines. We're going to do the trenching, the rebar, foundation pouring, and then going vertical. We're going to show 6 weeks of construction, and I think you're going to be impressed at how quick things moved. Let's take a look. This is the back of the Marlboro property. This is the property we're putting 3 duplexes in. The chalking is for the first duplex. This is where the unit we tore down was in previous videos. Now, as I said, we're putting 3 duplexes here, but we had an issue. This spot has a gas line, and the original unit uses it, but even though none of our other units that are going to go in behind this use it, it tees off to the neighbor. So San Diego Gas and Electric requires us to terminate that, and it takes 30 days just to get an appointment. So rather than wait 30 days, we're starting here, and then we will attack the rest of it once we get approval. Here we are 8 days later. We've passed our trenching inspection and our rough plumbing inspection. You can see the pipes up there are for the rough plumbing. The next is laying the steel for the post-tension slab, and then pouring the concrete, and that should all. So it's been about 2 weeks since our last video, and that was because there was this holiday called Thanksgiving. But they've made a lot of progress, and this is where we are. I'm here with the beautiful Miss Corey. Please don't tell her, if you're one of my 7 subscribers, that I include her in this video, because although she is gorgeous, she 5 surgeries ago was a model and she doesn't like how she looks. So don't tell her she was in this. But as you can see, last video we were talking about pouring the foundation, laying the steel and pouring the foundation. Not only have we done that, but we've gone vertical, as they call it, sticks and bricks. So this is the first floor. We've got the framing up, the plywood's there. As you can see, they've got the rooms framed, and I'm pretty excited at the progress we are making. So if you remember, the front unit we had rented for $3,000 a month. Once the tenant moved out, we completely gutted it, and we could rent this for easily $2,500 to $2,700, even with the construction ongoing. But we can't do anything until we get the gas line situation sorted out in the back, and then we get to put the appliances in. But I'm looking forward to doing that, because it'll be. All right, 10 days later, you see we're making incredible progress. Christmas is close, it's December 13th, and we've got the second story up, the roof is on, we're starting to get the siding on, and the gimbal hit the eggnog, which is why it's bouncing around. I swear it's not my problem. But we're really excited, making a ton of progress. You can still see the area in front with the cones. We have not resolved the gas issue with SDG&E, which is why we can only build this one unit. Gimbal's still drunk. 9 days later, let's go take a look inside. Till we started to wrap the buildings. Inside you can see a better look at all the framing. See, it's wrapped even back on that side. So things are really progressing. The inside is taking great shape. And then if we go outside, this will be the covered patio and back. And everything's wrapped. Now let's go upstairs. Okay, now I'm tired, but look at that down there. First of all, let's take a look. You can see the upstairs is framed. We don't have all the plywood up, but I'm really excited about the fact that right down here, we got SDG approval, and we are now trenching, so everything's gonna accelerate. Okay, 5 days later, I finished trenching the first unit, trenching the back, and we are getting ready to lay rebar. Tommy's doing most of the digging here, which is why you haven't seen him out at the ranch. He operates the heavy equipment, but helps me at the ranch too. All right, here's the second project on 41st. And once again, here's the back of the unit. You can see in the pink we've outlined where we can put the building, and the big problem is, as we get closer here, you will see that if we put the building where we're allowed to, you cannot open the door to the laundry and you can't come down the steps. That's a big problem. So what we decided to do was move this to the other side of the building along the back, and that'll give us the room we need. A week later, you can see that we've got the laundry cabinet framed and also started the trenching. So although we're a bit behind, we're still working and we are making progress. Okay, once again, this was more than a week because of Thanksgiving, but you can see we've got the rebar laid, the rough plumbing done, trenching done, just waiting for an inspector to pass us, and then we're on to the next step. 5 days later, not only have we passed inspection, poured the slab, and you can see the rough plumbing up there, but we have finished the laundry cabinet. All right, 5 days later, and you can see they've started to add to the second floor. We've got the framing done, and we have some of the plywood on the outside. These guys are really cranking fast. 5 days, and one of those was Christmas. They're going upstairs, the same view, but now we've got some framing done as well as some of the plywood sheathing. So everything's going very smooth. All I got to do is figure out how to get these guys more money. I hope you enjoyed that quick look at our progress. It was really exciting for everybody involved to go from 1 year of just designing and fixing, making changes, meeting with the city, meeting with the inspectors, to actually finally get going. Now, one of the things that we learned a lot about during this 6 week period was construction loans. And I think it warrants its own video for those of you thinking of getting into development. So the next video I do is going to be just on the construction loan process and how those work, so that you're more equipped and you can plan better if you're going to step out and do this sort of development. So that'll be the next video. Until then, make it a great day.